excited to have some more Wolverines around?
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, I kind of heard about it a little bit before it happened. So obviously I knew we drafted Kent, and then I heard Nick was thinking about kind of coming here. Yeah, super excited when I saw the news. It's awesome.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to watch many of their games this year? Yeah, obviously you're busy, but
Yeah, whenever I could, I would. Just depending on if we played or what time they were at or if they were televised. But I always try and watch Michigan hockey whenever they're on.
yeah. Obviously, do you have a kind of a thought? Are you excited to play with those guys just because you've seen the skills they have over the last few years?
Yeah, obviously everyone talks about Kent and his skill set. I think just from watching him at World Juniors, some of the Olympic games, games at Michigan, I think obviously he stands out just based on what he can do with the puck. So excited to see that in our lineup. I think he's going to be a great player for us. And then everything I've heard and seen about Nick is just a really competitive player, a guy that competes, guy that battles hard, and you always like having guys like that on your team. So I'm excited to see what they can do these last few games here, and excited to welcome them to our team.
Zach, when you finished up your college career as well, you came right to the pros, went to Cleveland, stepped right into kind of high-level hockey there. Just, are there anything that you can kind of take from your experience, just kind of going right from college to pro, same here, that you can kind of help these guys with a little bit? I know it's a different level.
Yeah, I mean, I think same thing with Christensen. I said the other day, like, they're going to get a lot of information from coaches on systems and things like that. So I'm not going to try and pull them aside and talk to them too much, but I'll say a few things to them just to make them feel comfortable and just kind of. I just want them to play their games. I don't want them to come in here and overthink things. I think when you're overthinking things and you're trying to do too much, sometimes you kind of get in trouble. They're such good players, and they're signed for a reason. So that's the one thing I'll tell them is just go out there, play your game, have fun. Don't worry about the mistakes, and just enjoy it. It's the National Hockey League, so you gotta have fun with it.
I know that, like I said, you didn't go right to the NHL, but how beneficial did you feel, ending your college season and then finishing it in the pros was for you?
Yeah, no, I mean, my situation was a little bit different, obviously, with American League and playoffs and whatnot, but I think for me, it was big going into camp the next year. I knew what I had to work on in the summer. I knew the pace of play to an extent. Obviously, like I said, mine was different, but you're playing against men, you're playing against bigger guys that think the game better. It's one of those things where it just gets harder as you move up, and I think if they can get these 8, 9, whatever games they're going to play in, I think it's huge heading into the summer for them in the off season. It's a stronger game, it's a more physical game. Some teams are fighting for playoff spots, so they're going to see some pretty intense hockey here, and we're going to be there to help them through it, and I think it's huge for them going into the summer.
So can you touch on that, whether it's these guys or anybody else who might get called up? How much leadership is involved in making sure that over whatever stretch of games these guys are playing, they're learning how you guys want to play and how you're expected to play?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're still trying to build that culture here. We know our standard's higher than what it was this year, and we had some really good moments and some really bad moments as a group. And these last 10 games, I think, is going to speak a lot about our character and how we approach them and how we play the game. It's never too early to start building culture. So for us right now, with 10 games left, we want to finish on a high note and play the right way. And I think that's huge heading into a season like next year where we expect bigger things out of ourselves. So for these guys to come in right now and for us to play the right way these last 10 games, I think it's huge for the whole group.
Is there a challenge involved in that, knowing that season's going to end, you've got a finite number on it? So I mean, you got to still find it every night, I guess, right?
For sure. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a job, right? We're paid to play hockey, and we're paid to win games, and no matter what your situation is, whether you're first in the league with a playoff spot clinched or last in the league already out of the playoffs, you still have to show up and perform and play your game, and I think that's just expected out of everybody. And I think we got away from that last game as a group, and I think tonight we should have a lot more energy and we should be more business-like. Obviously, it's two teams that are out of the playoffs, but it should be a hard game. They always play well at home here in Detroit, so I think these last 10 games, it's going to speak a lot about our room and how we approach the game.
And again, tonight you get another weird curveball thrown at you with Sean being out, now probably 11-7. How much does that change the dynamic of the way you approach it tonight?
Yeah, it won't change too much. I'm sure coaches will have to kind of shuffle some things around, but as players, you approach the game the same way. And for me, I always look forward to games like this, coming home and playing the Red Wings. So I'm not really thinking about 70 or 11 forwards. I'm just going to enjoy the game and hopefully have a good one.
And it probably goes without saying, but how big of a loss is Corrali down the middle that might be on the happen tonight?
Yeah, he's huge. He's a guy that does everything for us. I always knew he was a good player, like playing in Boston. It always sucked playing against him, but I don't want to say I'm surprised that he the type of player he is, but I just didn't realize he does everything. Face-offs, penalty kill. He's out there on the power play taking face-offs and staying out there for a bit. Seems like whatever line he's on, he makes that line better just by his work ethic and how he plays the game. So, same thing with like Booner. It's a huge role to fill, and no one can really fill that. But I think guys just have to step up collectively and just try a little harder and just give a little bit more.
You mentioned having more energy than the other night. This seemed like a high-energy morning skate. It seemed like guys were having fun out there. I mean, can you feel more energy today than maybe you guys had a couple days ago already? Yeah,
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I was gassed Thursday. Even from the morning all the way up until the start of the game. I mean, you have those nights. You play 82 games a season, and some days you don't feel it. It's unfortunate when the whole team feels that way because there's no kind of blending in, but I feel like guys, after yesterday having an optional and getting here and getting some rest, it seemed like guys had some more energy today, and we were snapping the puck around. So, like I said, I expect to have a lot more energy for our group tonight. I'm excited. I have a lot of energy, but obviously it's my hometown, so I guess we'll see.